What's up, y'all? Thought I'd get back on here, but of course we gotta be safe, so I'm gonna throw the seatbelt on. But I gotta let you know what's been on my mind. Stay tuned. I know everybody been seeing the news and watching all these school shootings, and you know, we only in January heading into February, and you know, one school shooting is one too many, but of course we've had more than one. And you know, the people that's doing the shooting, they're starting to get younger and younger. And I think that's becoming a problem. What I hear a lot of people talk about, and something that I actually agree with, is you gotta just start putting guns in these schools. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe you gotta assign a teacher that could be in charge of, you know, that could play, you know, the good guy with the gun. Or, you know, every school gotta put in a budget to at least have one armed officer there. But, you know, I mean, enough is enough as far as, you know, these kids being killed and, you know, parents having to cry. So I really believe the resolution to this is having someone there in these schools that can shoot these damn kids back. I know that, you know, it's not, you know, American to, you know, shoot kids that don't have skin color that look like mine, you know, because I'm not saying that the police wouldn't show up to these situations ready to, you know, off a perpetrator that, you know, came to a school shooting up everybody. But because honestly, what solves this is really just, you know, you gotta fight fire with fire. You can't keep having these kids just dying in these schools because, you know, the perpetrator got 5 minutes before police show up. Well, I mean, it's just easy targets, easy pickings, and it ain't fair. You know, I'm waiting on the day where you know, you see a school shooter show up and it's a kid already there with a gun simply for self-defense because he's paranoid. And then the kid that bought the gun the kid that bought the gun under the impression that he could possibly be a victim to a school shooting gonna get, you know, the book thrown at him. And I'm just waiting for that to happen and kind of see what the reaction is gonna be. I really see guns as a means of leveling the score, meaning, you know, there are restrictions. So like, say if I'm in a setting of like a bar or something and I'm having a drink, at that point I have to be responsible to know, or let's just say I'm at the bar having a drink and I have a gun on me, carrying it concealed or, you know, legally. It's at that point I have to realize that I no longer can have this gun on me because I'm full of alcohol, which, you know, for people that have these kind of that have concealed carry licenses anyway, you're not allowed to carry that and drink anyway. What trips me out is how you go to a bar or you know, maybe to say to pick up one of your kids from school, and of course they outlaw having guns on the premises. But it's like, and it's like, okay, so why even stop people that have put themselves in position to own a gun and conceal it? Why are you so worried about those people? Because the ones breaking the law bringing they shit on the property anyway. So at least have somebody there with some sense that, you know, that ain't in this big ass stage of rage that can at least help you out fight back. I'm trying to talk this shit, but this man, I'm telling you, do not drive west in a car in the evenings. But yeah, so I guess my take is just, you know, it's just I don't know, we almost should run this shit like how Texas, I mean, they down there, man, they have guns everywhere. I mean, I don't know if this is true or not, y'all gonna have to tell me, but I believe that in stores the stores down there, shopping centers or whatever, have lockers that you could, put your rifles and shotguns in. There should be a shooter there that can shoot that fucking kid that's there shooting other little innocent kids. Fuck what, I actually heard someone say, what if the teacher have a bad day and start shooting the kids? It's like, well, they can do that anyway, you dumb motherfucker. I mean, I don't get how is that something that's going to deter from putting guns into the teacher's hands because we worried about a teacher going rogue and shooting the kids. Well, that's something they can do anyway, which they've never done. Yeah, I don't believe there's been a case where a teacher has shot a kid, but we got plenty of fucking cases where kids done shot kids. And I don't know, I got a child that's going to school right now, so I wouldn't mind having an armed fucking teacher in the school all day. Actually, put one on each floor, fuck it. Man, it seems like I can't go an episode without talking about sports, right? But, looks like the Cavs need more people. I told LeBron we don't believe you. How many, let's see, they got Dwayne Wade, Derrick Rose, Isaiah Thomas, Kyle Korver, Tristan Thompson, whatever the fuck his name is. They got the small forward they got from Atlanta, Crowder. You got Shannon Fry, which he don't even play much, but damn, he can shoot. And I'm just naming people that's not scrubs. Who else they got? Oh, Kevin Love. I mean, there's just too many people on this team, and then you compare it to what Kyrie is doing in Boston. If I could think of who Boston have on their team, but he don't have this many plus players on his team yet. He find ways to win. I think LeBron just think he's on a fucking permanent AU circuit where he get to play with all his friends and play with the best players. It's like part of being a professional is just competing. Sooner or later he's gonna get to the point where it's like, you know what, I don't even care to compete anymore. I just want to win 82 games. I want to go 82-0. I want to go 15-0 in the playoffs. That's 97-0. I want the same acclaim. I want y'all to say I'm the best. I want to play with the best point guard, shooting guard, small or power forward and center. And I want y'all to say I'm the best ever because, I took a team of Hall of Famers to the fucking championship and won it. Part of what makes, players like Derrick Rose and Dwayne Wade, and I don't even know if I mentioned Wade earlier. But part of what makes them players great, yeah, they are physically better than the people they playing, but, mentally they are better than the player or better than their competition. So I never take away, I never discount a player that is no longer physically able to perform at the level that they once did, because a lot of what prepared them to reach that status is really just mental. All sports is mental. That's what I try to tell the kids I be coaching and stuff. But I don't know, man. LeBron just needs so much help. It's starting to. The NBA is really just starting to be the NBA. I remember back in the days where I would play one of them games on the PlayStation 4, 3, whatever, and you would turn it off eventually because you was like, you know what, this will never capture the essence of what real sports is, as far as just really what happens in the game, and the competition and stuff like that. But I can say that the NBA now is becoming is really starting to look like what we play on these games now. You got 2 or 3 teams, and that's really, and maybe 3 or 4 teams that's really in competition, and that's it. I don't know. That's my opinion on that, and I don't know. NBA just gotta do better. What I'm gonna talk about next is fits in the category that I haven't spoken on since I've kind of done this show. Like I said, I'm gonna talk about everything, but man, I'm telling you, the relationship aspect between a man and woman is the most complex, frustrating thing I've ever seen. I believe women are naturally emotional, right? And that's fine. But men, I'm telling you, most men, you know, we pretty much take everything for its literal meaning. And I believe that's most men, but I'm telling you, if that's the case, I believe I have the worst case of that, whatever we're gonna call that. A lot of times you miss out on the emotional connection of a conversation just because you like, okay, you said this, so I didn't know. And it's like, damn, it's like, and then there goes the communication, and it's like, okay, how do we fix this? And even in the midst of fixing it, it's still a bicker because it's like you pretty much dissecting every word for its literal meaning and missing a message or missing a emotional message. And then, I don't know, women, they be demanding a lot. I think if I had to give some advice to a child or a boy, a growing boy is, becoming a man, I'm like, I would say listen, and while you're listening, you better look like you listening. Don't ever get to the point where it look like you're wandering off, because then it's like, you just don't care. I don't know how it is dating white women, but when you date a black woman, it's like one of the hardest fucking tests you ever took. And you can't cheat on this test either. There's no strategy guide to it. It's like, you can take some elements from your first interaction with the woman into your next one, but it's always different. Then it changes every day. Oh man, I don't know. This is like just touching the surface of this type of conversation. Valentine's Day is coming up, so I don't know what's. I'm gonna have to think of what. I don't have any suggestions for the perfect Valentine's Day gift, but it's definitely showing some attention, listening, and being humble. So as I become more brave and telling my stories, and I don't know, possibly hearing some of y'all's, I'll have more of an opinion and more I can expand on, kind of like what I'm getting to or hinting at. But you know how that goes, man. Between these school shootings, the NBA and its wackiness and these relationships that really test you, I don't know, you gotta stay strong, man. I'll be here to tell y'all my part, so y'all just stay paying attention. I'll stay delivering that news and information. See you next time. Peace.